Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have the HMD Touch 4G. I'm really excited about showcasing this device because it is not available in the United States and it took me 3 months to actually get a unit. Thank you very much to Thomas Barrasso. He is one of the developers that makes a lot of dumb phone apps in iOS and also for Cloud Phone here in the United States and in other parts of the world for the different versions of Cloud Phone. So thank you very much to him. Let's first get started with the frequently asked questions. Something that I like about this device is that it has an alternative to messaging. So when it comes to WhatsApp, for example, while it may not have it, it does have the ability to do Express Chat, which is the version that HMD has created that you can talk to your friends on iOS, Android, and whatever other platform without having to have WhatsApp. Now, this is not available in the United States, so even when I try to open it, it doesn't work, unfortunately. And also, it doesn't matter if I put a SIM card or not. Right there, it says no SIM card, but it doesn't matter if I put a SIM card or not. It does not allow me to register, unfortunately. The device is pretty okay when it comes to responsiveness. Most of it is fine except the scrolling. So when you're going from menu to menu, everything is pretty snappy, as you see right there. But whenever you scroll, it's a little bit sluggish. So not my favorite, not the most amazing, but it does get the job done. Now let's get started with the hardware of the device. The hardware of the device is nothing special. It's made out of like a polycarbonate material. It does feel good in the hand most of the time. And, it's okay. The buttons are clickable. It does feel good to have it, right there. Up volume buttons. Then you have the power button. You can bring it back. Then you have a torch, which you can illuminate. And you have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack here at the top. And then you have USB-C here at the bottom. So, nothing amazing, just kind of standard. But for $49, I think that's okay. Comes with a front-facing camera and a back-facing camera. Both of them are not good. They're very, very not good. So do not get this phone for the camera. It is there just because it's there. I honestly think that they should have not included because of how bad the quality is. Hopefully you get to check it out. And the samples, as I'm showcasing them to you, please do not get this device for the camera. It's barely serviceable in my opinion. Now, this device comes with the internet to a degree. And this is a version of Opera Mini, not very useful. What is actually useful is the Cloud Phone, and we'll get to that in just a second. Here is a sample of how the camera looks. As you see right there, it's not great. Let me tell you, and it needs a lot of light to look good. So again, I showcase some samples, not good, but the interface is okay. Like, you get around, you get to kind of like look into some of the pictures. You can distinguish some information, but again, it's not your best camera, and it's not something that I recommend you use. It does have video capabilities as well. When it comes to the messaging experience, you can create a new chat and you can type. The typing experience is actually not bad. So, here's hello. I am Jose. Oh, there it is. And for the most part, it works. You also have T9 QWERTY mode. I don't know why, but it is included in kind of like this messaging function. And you also have like added dictionaries. You can do Hindi and English, as far as I can tell here. So you have the ABC mode, which is our regular kind of like touch mode. And then you have the T9 mode, which again, I think you're most likely going to be using this. There's no swipe, so you have to kind of like type per letter. A little bit of a bummer in there, but for a very basic device, that's okay. It is quite responsive though. Like as you see right there, I'm able to type pretty quickly. And as you get used to the device and the typing experience, you're probably going to be able to send messages faster. It does have the capability of sending MMS, but it's not very reliable. So I do not count that it will have reliable group text. You also have a radio, which works very easily. You're able to search the channels, and you do not have to do the regular thing of inserting something like an antenna or a audio jack on the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So that is a plus. Let's go back here and pause it so that it doesn't create any static music. You have a music player, which you can load different things onto. There it is, my music, list 1, list 2, list 3. Nothing super fancy, just a basic player. You have an alarm clock. You also have files for file management, either video or photo, or the V card for contacts, which is an added improvement for sure. You can also play videos. It's not going to be the best resolution on this very small and tiny screen, but again, it is something that you can do. You have a world clock, timer, unit conversion, calendar, calculator. The calendar is local. You're not having an amazing integration anywhere, but you can create a subject, you can create date, time, ringtone, and you can repeat it as an alarm. Now, one thing to note when it comes to the calendar integration is that it's limited. You will have limited entries on this device. So it's not something that you're going to have all the time. Now, I cannot test reliably the call quality of this device all the time. I went to a park that has 2G in this area, is the only park that has 2G, and I was able to make a call, but I'm not able to show you the quality. The earpiece is not amazing, so I'm going to give it like a 6 out of 10. That means essentially serviceable quality for a phone call. You'll be able to listen to people, but I recommend that you put a headphone here at the top of the 3.5mm headphone jack. So that is something to keep in mind. Express chat, again, I cannot show you that function, but just imagine that you have messages over the web and essentially the similar interface here for the typing engine. So you'll be able to type quickly, you'll be able to do whatever it is that you need, but instead of sending it over SMS, you'll be able to send it over the internet. I hope that they are going to bring this technology or this application into the United States or other regions like Europe. So, well, it remains to be seen, but we'll see how that works. This is the other part that I'm actually excited about when it comes to this device. And this is the cloud phone integration. Cloud phone is essentially what I think is going to help a lot of dumb phones get in the map in 2026. It is an integration that allows you to create essentially a connection to these apps or these services. And right now it's being a little finicky, so we're going to see how I can get it connected. Just give me 1 second. Okay, finally troubleshooted. So one of the issues is that since I don't have a SIM card active on this device, it's very hard to get the web apps to show. But Cloud Phone is essentially an engine that allows you to get different applications. As you see right there, the scrolling is a little bit sluggish, but once you start typing around and actually getting into the applications, it is much better. There are some great positives about the Cloud Phone platform. And the first one is that you get very nice utilities. You can get to read the news, or you get to Google Maps, and you have the ability to, kind of like get to know your location and get to use it. As you see right there, it pings me in North America, and I'm able to kind of like jump around. This is a mobile version of Google Maps, so you have a great utility. I mean, this is a $49 dumb phone, and all of a sudden we have access to a great utility like Google Maps. Unfortunately, that's as much as the extent, one of the most useful applications that has been used. But then, let's say we go back, we open Cloud Phone again, and there is also other not so helpful tools. I mean, like TikTok or YouTube. You also have the BBC, which you can read articles, right there, boom, right, you have it. So these are very helpful things that it allows you to access, but it also has so not helpful things. I'm actually working with some developers that are trying to bring phones that only have useful tools instead of some of these, for example, or even that one right there that I don't think it's very helpful. But you have weather, you have even, a simple game, or the headlines, or Trivago if you want to book a trip. Some of these things are extremely helpful. There is another app that is also available on this called PodLP, which is for podcasts. But essentially, this is bringing a web engine of web applications into a device that is extremely cheap to produce. Again, $49 device here. And this probably will allow the next generation of dumb phones to be extremely simple, but also have the ability to create some value with extra applications. So I'm really excited about the cloud phone platform, and I'm glad that they included it. I wish they didn't include social media and they included only utilities, but that is something that needs to be maybe advocated through kind of like the grapevine for this company. So let's just put Denver here. And as you see right there, we're going to check. And it's going to search for the weather. Denver, Colorado, United States, 2.4 degrees Celsius, about 30 something Fahrenheit. So there it is. We have some rain. We have Taipei in this specific example. And you're able to kind of like go through the weather. So again, very good utility. I'm really happy about that. But there are other things that probably could be developed for this cloud phone platform. And another of the drawbacks of the cloud phone platform is that you have to use data all the time. So a little bit of a drawback here and there, but you have the ability to use the cloud phone application, which allows you to get a world of other utilities, HTML utilities or other website utilities. And I'm really excited about that. Last one probably will open ESPN so you can take a look into it. What I really advocate, and what I'm going to advocate to HMD as I meet with them, as I continue advocating for the community, is to say like, hey, leave all of these apps kind of like to the sidelines. Don't focus on these like stupid things like social media. Focus on the utilities and encourage other developers to create better utilities like Uber, maybe like other companies that are extremely useful for daily living, like transit. You know, some of those things are very important for people. But this will allow you to have a more normal experience and also more utilities for phones that are very, very inexpensive in this market. I actually have another phone that I will be checking out and reviewing upcoming soon that has the cloud phone platform. It is this small device. It is called the Eunecto Snap. This one is actually made for the North American market, so I'll be able to show you even more things. But in the meantime, this is what the Indian market has and hopefully the European market soon. Again, do I recommend this device? I think it's a good concept, but it just depends on what your needs are. If you want something super basic, just phone calls, text messages, express chat to communicate with your friends, and the cloud phone apps that has maps, that has some extra utilities, then I highly recommend it. If you need something more involved, like WhatsApp integration, you're not willing to change to express chat, and you need other utilities for work, then look into the Android dumb phones. But I'm really happy to see that there is progress on this platform on RTOS. I thought it was going to be a dead platform, but with the inclusion of Cloud Phone, I can see it taking off, and I can see it being something that can take off in other parts of the world, especially in Europe and here in North America. If you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices that I have reviewed, make sure to put them in the comments below, and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.